Juicy and Veronica from Black Women in PC, and they will have a fireside chat.
Put something out there and see see what happens. There's a lot of people who have ideas, and you can idea and think your way forever. You're never gonna know if it's real unless you put something out into the world and test it.
2021. If there's anything that you take away from this conversation, it is, the thing that we look for most in entrepreneurs and founders is your lived experience is your competitive advantage.
Answer your email.
I'm definitely an AI evangelist at this point, although I'm weary of the future. But for us, we have to take and seize this opportunity. How many times in our history has tech come to us and then we don't seize it, or we make the tech and then we're poached because of it, or poached for it? So I think that right now, the African diaspora has a duty to seize this era, this moment, and to create a dream for ourselves and for the world that envisions a human-centered future, rather than a dystopian, standard Euro white patriarchal world.
So there's an organization called BPAF in Mississippi, and it's been training young people. In fact, it trains young people, elderly folks, and small business owners.
Recognize your identity, shift power, and prioritize impact.
Parents or moms, and something that I'm sure Dan would also agree with is before we went to college, our moms probably had a lot more modest visions of how our junior years would be and our senior years, and they probably would be scared if we told them we were thinking about this type of stuff. And so I think when it comes to mentorship, right, there's a bunch of different mentors I've thanked and named. I can't name, same for Nathaniel, but obviously our biggest mentors are our mothers. And I'm bringing this up because there's this interesting thing that we kind of had to do, which was have this meter delusion, right? Because mom told us for years and years what was possible and what wasn't, and both of us thank God that our parents did that. But we realized today after the Gen AI revolution that you can't just think a lot more limitless than what our parents did. Right? We have that luxury today. It truly is a much more decentralized world in which anyone can really build technology.
Oh wow!
And then you can connect on LinkedIn. What?
Share your story. Share your story. Share your story.
And I think my framing is that superintelligence must always work in service of humanity. It sounds kind of obvious, right?
I think for sure, I think about my father. I think about him often because my father was not allowed to go to school. He had sisters and brothers. The brothers had to work in the field. His sisters got to go to school. He had so little opportunity. He literally had to make something out of absolutely nothing. Like learning to read in his adult life, like when I was born. Like what he taught me, he was also an entrepreneur as well. And what he taught me was that idea of possibility. It's because of him and the example that he showed me that I saw possibility for myself. And what I hope that my existence in building this brand and doing what we're doing, and then it shows somebody in this room, somebody else their possibility. And maybe it's not building a beauty brand, it's but believing enough that they can build whatever it is that they're dreaming of too. Just be able to tell this story to my children, for them to be a part of it. I've already changed something for them. And I hope having a successful, Black-owned, female-founded brand in Sephora that continues to grow inspires somebody else to build their possibilities.
Seek experiences. What's the new thing that you're going to learn? What's a new space, whether that's a new country, a new category, a new set of skills or capabilities? Those are the things, because quite honestly, the career path, the career ladder doesn't really exist the way it used to.